What's going on, figure hunters? Hey, it's Freeman here with another action figure review. And for this one, my wife's listening in the background. For this one, I'm taking a look at the Doctor Strange Tamashii Nations exclusive US release, which comes with some really unneeded effect parts, but I don't have them, so I do now, and it's pretty cool. To start off, we're looking at the box. As you can see, you get a cool Doctor Strange image. It's exactly the same as the small one, just stretched out for the flame effect, which I guess kind of makes sense because the box for those is kind of big. As you can see, it's got the cool window. It is a wraparound, and it does look like the magic that he does. You get the Doctor Strange right here, Doctor Strange Marvel. You got right there. There's your choking hazard. Tamashii Nations on the side. You get a image of the figure with the burning flame, Doctor Strange. And then for this side, you get the same cool image of oh my God, Benedict Cumberbatch from the movie. On the top, just a continuation of the window box right there. And then on the bottom it says Doctor Strange. You get your blue fin right there on a Tamashii exclusive. And then for the back you get your poses. So it does show that you can do some poses, and if only it lit up and looked that nice and clean. You got your movable, your display, and it's all in English, which is really cool thanks to it actually being released in the US instead of a Tamashii web shop exclusive. But here you see your accessories display with the effect. I'm not going to read all this out. If you want to read it out, you can go ahead and pause it and read it for yourself. But that's it for this box. Let's take a look at the actual window, and as you can see right off the bat, you get a good amount of accessories as far as hands go and the burning effect. But the faces, I gotta say, I'm a little upset with him. He almost looks like an old Benedict Cumberbatch. And the other one, it just looks like a long face. Yeah. We're going to pop this thing open and take a look at the accessories and then look at the sculpt of the figure itself. Alright, so here he is with all the accessories, or here are all the accessories that he comes with. So as you can see, I actually had to back out from what I usually do. But let's go ahead and take a look. Start off with his magic effects. As you can see, you get two translucent magic effects. They do look very close to everything from the movie. If I actually hold it up like that, you can see it better. And they do peg in pretty easily. I really like these. They're pretty cool. I actually try to peg them in whenever I look at the hands. And then you get two of the, I'm just going to say Infinity Stones. Can't remember the name of the eye. Two of the Infinity Stone time magic pieces. And I really like that you got two of them, because you can do a little bit of flair on one of the hands. For hands, you have the standard closed fist hands. As you can see, they're very normal. They have a little bit of the blue cloth on here. Has a little bit of a wrap. Looks really good. All of the hands actually come with that, which is pretty cool. Then you get two just relaxed, kind of almost pointing hands. They look really good also. Got nice wrinkles in the knuckles. Look good. You have two opened, a little bit more dynamic, still pretty relaxed hands right there. Pretty good. Nice palm work. Then you have the more extremely open dynamic hands, and they look really good. You can see the knuckle work in there. Feels focus. There it goes. Yeah, it looks really good. They actually added very minute lines for the way the tendons move in the hand. I like that. Then you have his symbol fingers. I know I call these because I don't know the actual magic, but these are the normal Doctor Strange fingers for figures. I've seen it on Marvel Legends, so I think it's really cool that these are included. Looks awesome. I have to think back if he did that in the movie. I'll have to rewatch it and see. And then you get the casting hands. I really like these. It's a very unique way of doing it. The pegs are a little odd, to say the least, but the hands still look really good. I'm guessing they're molded in clear plastic and then painted. And the way you peg that in is, if I can get here, let me get the small one. Yeah, it's a little bit more firm. You just pop it right over it, and then it just sets flush with the hand, and he's holding his magic. And one thing I like about them giving us two is you can take one and it actually fits over the peg. Take the other one and put it on, and it gives it a kind of unique casting look. If his hand could lean a little bit more back, it would be awesome, because they would be squared up and equal. But I mean, with it like that, you can change to the other hand and actually have it up for when he does that. So It's pretty cool. Yeah, he's headless right now. Pretty cool. I do like that. I was wondering how they were going to do it, but the production images showed that as well. For the heads, not very happy with this, actually, at all. So with the normal head, you do get the one that does, right there in my camera, it looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. From certain angles, it really looks like him. In other angles, it doesn't. Like, that one right there looks just like him, to me. Right there doesn't so much. Straight on, it looks like him. But in person, it's very glossy, almost fake. I mean, it still looks good, good paintwork. I like the digital face sculpt. But it's, I don't know, it's lacking. And that's the good one. This one is not. I don't know what is going on here. It is washed out. The goatee is not near as dark. His eyes are almost white. Looks stretched out. I think it's supposed to be a dynamic kind of a fighting face. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't look good to me at all. And if you look, the hair seems to be a different shade, just by a little bit. I'm very disappointed in this second head sculpt. Usually I'm not. Usually that's actually the thing, is I've been very impressed by separate head sculpts, but you know, sometimes you get a hit or miss on the figures, and I happen to get one of the misses, and that's fine. I still have a good head sculpt with this one for displaying, and it still works very well. And then of course you get the flame effect. People who've seen these know you get 4 that can lock, that clip onto the figure, can lock onto the figure, so you can just take it and put it onto like his arm or something. I don't know necessarily it's good for Doctor Strange. I can't think of when he was covered in fire. Maybe with Dormammu. Then you get the one standard piece that just sits in the back. The 2 side pieces with the articulated flame. And then you get this side piece with the articulated flame. They look good. Nice translucent orange and yellow. It might actually be yellow with some orange paint. I'm not entirely sure. Let me look at the light real quick. Yeah, it's yellow with orange paint. Still, it looks really cool. I might actually use this for a DBZ, on a DBZ display. But not so much Doctor Strange. I can't think of a reason to use him in the Marvel one, but who knows, I got it, so I might use it for something. But that's all his accessories. Let's take a closer look at the figure itself, because it's actually really impressive. Alright, so here's the figure, and I gotta say, I was a little nervous about this when I first pre-ordered it, but not so much now. It's really well done. I really like it, and I'm really glad I could add it. The Marvel Legends was hit and miss. There were parts of it that were great, and then other parts, like the head sculpt, that was just horrible. The biggest thing that kept me from almost purchasing this was this cape. I do have the Thor. I do hate that huge gap right there, but it is still not bad when posing. If you pose it right, the cloak of levitation, it still articulates on the side, so it still can wrap around and look like it is levitating. Yeah, it does pose well. I mean, would I like the wire cloth cape? Yes, absolutely. But you just work with what you're given. So the cape looks good. It does have really good detail. You can see the seam lines through it all the way through. My son is screaming mommy. You can see the sculpt up in the top right here. Looks really good. There's some nice texturing there that's not through the rest of the cape. I gotta look at the design for it. But if I remember, there was actually some metallic colors in there. But I do like the coming up to the neck, the sculpt of the head with the gray. Looks really good. And the lines kind of bug me a little bit, but I can get over that. Into the cape, it's painted in, but there is detail in the little pieces that actually latch onto the clothing. In the neck, for where it moves, you can see, if it'll zoom, there it goes. It moves in there with cloth. It's got the cloth painted onto the neck. I like that. It's a nice little touch. It has good texturing on the inside, right in here. That is textured and then painted. You do get texturing for his shoulders, all the way down to his wrists, with the wraps. Nice paintwork all the way through, especially in these little lines. You do get the Eye of Agamemnon, Megaman. I can't remember. The sash, the belts, very well done, very well detailed, all the way through. Looks good, even to the back. You do have it all the way through. and I like that. And as you can see, I don't know if that's pegged in or not. I don't want to break it, but it looks really good. I like it. Sash doesn't get in the way. There is the dual sash on the inside, but it does not hinder anything. And I'll talk about that more in articulation, actually. You do get some texturing up in there. And then for the pants, nice wrinkles all the way through to the boots. Boots look really good. I really like these boots on this figure. The pants in general, like the whole leg. Articulation in the feet is a little shoddy because it is a straight peg. I'll talk about that in a second too. I'll talk about it right now. For articulation, you have a double ball peg. Ooh, camera moved. You have a double ball peg neck, so he can get a good side to the side, to the side, to the front. And ooh, the cloak of levitation actually hinders him quite a bit, so it is up to there. Then for the arms, you do get a butterfly, which may actually, I don't think it's a ball peg, but it's a butterfly for sure. And it does go up to out, and you can wrap it around because there is a bicep swivel up in the shoulder, or a shoulder swivel. So that's a nice little addition. It gives it a little bit more articulation. You have the Bandai Figuarts solid joint. I don't really know what to call that. Not a double joint, but you do still break right at 45, I want to say. And the ball pegged wrist, which is standard with most most Figuarts. For the torso, it is a single ball peg like the old school Dragon Ball Z. Actually, oh, it's a double. It is a double ball peg. I just broke him. I broke him. Alright, let me see. Oh, there was glue in mine. Or some kind of lubricant. Look at that. It was like lubed up in there. That's a little odd. Let me see if I can get this back on there real fast. Sorry about that. Okay, he's popped back in. So it is a double ball peg. It does give you really good range of motion forward. And with the cape in the way, you can still get really good range of motion backwards. I think it can still go further. So actually really good design for that. It is covered right here like most of the old Figuarts DBZ figures, which is great because it does allow it to get that awesome range of motion. Then for the legs, you can get them up here. This is very soft plastic, which makes it a lot better for posing. But you can get up to there, and back you can get all the way to there. The knee is the standard knee for humanoid characters like this. Can get the 45, does give good pose. Ankle. Ankle's ball peg. A single ball peg in the ankle. That is the worst part about the articulation. Everything else is great as far as articulation goes. Even the cape, which has these nice little swivels right here. But for the feet, it is a ball peg. Posing is horrible. Get it right there. You get trying to get the foot where you want it. Oh, that popped the square piece out, not the peg. Huh, that is in there, huh? Okay, but he's still, I mean, he can get a little bit of an angle on it for floating, but and that's why you kick that foot back, so that way it makes it look a lot more levitation. And he has the toe pivot right there, and they almost look like regular sneakers. Well, that's actually it for the articulation, other than the cape, which I did kind of go over. It can rotate up, down. This piece can only go up and out. This piece can also rotate in and out and all the way around, except for when it catches right there. Still, all in all, I gotta say, if you are a MCU collector, this definitely beats out Legends. Diamond Select is out of scale, so this is probably where your money's going to be for getting an MCU Doctor Strange that looks halfway decent. But that's it for the figure review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you liked it enough, hit the subscribe button. Don't get videos up every day, and I don't talk about a bunch of different things. Just action figures and ones that I collect. So, yeah. But until next time, guys, remember to keep hunting those figures.